Yeah, welcome back to Duxoil Gaming and an FS22 mod review. Today we are reviewing the Claas Cougar. Yes, that's right. The Cougar is back. The Cougar 1500 by Remraf and the Hot Modding team. All right, so there it is in all its beauty. This is the 5-deck mower from Claas. We did have it back in FS17. Apparently the Hot team had it in FS19, although I never found it. But it is back. Remraf has brought it back with a couple of the other guys to FS22. It has been fully retextured in FS22's standard with wear and dirt effects and all that sort of stuff. It does have automatic interior lighting, sun blind, front passenger can be moved or controlled with simplified internal controls, which I don't have, so I won't be able to show you that here. It's got multiple configuration options. A variation in colors you can use, and yeah, so it's pretty good. Now I say it's pretty good. There are some little kinks in that with it. It's a couple of little glitches, but by and large, it works very well. It does work with hired hand. It does work with course play. With course play, there's a couple of things that don't work quite right with it, but it does work, and I'll show that to you in a second. But by and large, it's a very good mod and excellent. I mean, especially it's Lord of the Grass approved, let's put it that way. So we're going to go jump in this one and have a bit of a look-see. So this is it here. We will start it up. And as you can see, the other two there are fully folded out, ready to go. So this one's in the folded position. And I'm just going to take it up here. Now, it does have rear axle control, which becomes front axle when you're actually mowing, which I'll show you in a second. And it does have four-wheel drive, and it does have crab steering. You may have trouble getting it to go because there is joint controls assigned, so you may need to reassign one of your keys to change the steering mode, for instance. But for instance, if I do Control Y, which is right Control Y, I've reconfigured on my machine, I actually have four-wheel steering, for instance. Okay, now four-wheel steering will not work in course play though. So if you've got it set to four-wheel steering, you're going around a course play course, it'll bring it back to rear axle. All right, so let's unfold it. So we unfold with the X key. You see it lowers the decks at the rear. The front decks, or actually what become the rear decks, extend up and outward. And there we have it. Excellent. All right, now the other thing is too, it does have two different operating modes, widespread and swath. Now, one thing with the swath, it's not like the Big M 450 or the 500, or it's not like the VCon mowers where if you do swath, it gives you one central, or one to the left or right, swath of grass from all the mower decks. It doesn't do that with this. Each of the mower decks actually have a blanking plate, and it will actually produce a swath for each of the mower decks. So you'll have, as you're driving by, you either have widespread or you have 5 individual swaths coming off each of the mower decks. Practically, there'd be no reason for you to do that, really, I don't think. But anyway, that's an option there. So once we're in this position here, we need to be driving in reverse to drive for the mowers in the proper direction. Now we can mow the other way as well, but that's not the way it's designed to work. So what do we do? Well, you use Shift B and we rotate the cab, and that changes our driving direction. Now if I press forward, I'm actually going in what is normally reverse, and then that's the way I can actually go and mow my grass. Okay, so there we have it. And then all I need to do is I lower with V, and then activate, and then away we go. And there you have it. So that's in wide mode, as I said. Okay, what we'll do is we'll quickly just raise again. I will change the work mode with Control Y, that's left Control Y. And now you can see it's got the 5 individual swaths, so it is a little bit different to what's previously with the widespread, you see. Okay, but like I said, there'd be no real practical reason why we would do that. Either way, you're still going to have to come through and tether it, unless you're going to do 5 individual runs down through on that. But anyway, that's beside the point. All right, that's the basic operation. Now, you can also, with the mouse, control the mower decks. So I can raise the rear mower decks depending on what button I'm pressing and what mouse direction I move. So that's an option you have. So I mean, I don't know why you would want to do that, but anyway, if you want to, that option is there as well. All right, let's go and put it down on the field and see how it works actually on a field, because that's the important part people want to know, I guess. I mean, you can drive it manually, not a problem. If you're driving it manually around, that was the other thing I was going to show you. If you want to drive it in reverse and mow, so like for instance, if you didn't want to reverse the cab, it will work, see? So you can go the other way as well if you want. It doesn't make any difference at all in that regard. It's just that's not the practical way to do it, because you're then driving over the grass before you mow it. All right, so I'll bring that back up. All right, come back down here. And here we have a field we prepared earlier. All right, we're just going to mow this header here, and then I'll get him started. As you can see, it does a nice clean job of mowing, and that's what we want to do. And like I said, you've got rear axle, or is now front axle steering when you change the direction of the mower of the Cougar, and then you also have 4-wheel steering, which is what mode we're currently in now. All right, so if I want to set up my course with a hired hand, I'll sit here and just press H, and he has no problem with it whatsoever. He'll take on the mower, and he'll go and do it, and he'll turn. Now, it does tend to have some problems sometimes in turning. It has got a very wide turn by default with single axle steering. So you may sometimes get stuck on trees and things like that, depending on where you are on the field and what's surrounding the field. So you just need to be conscious of that. But by and large, it will do everything perfectly there for you. In this case, it's going to reverse and realign. Sort of. But nonetheless, as you can see, it will run it. Now, this is where it does a bit of weird things. So it's instead of reversing and going down that, it's going to go around and go do a full circle now and find its way around. So you just need to make sure that you manage it, because it's not perfect in any way, shape or form in that regard. It will eventually get there, surely. Anyway, all right, without worrying about that, okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you Courseplay in action with it. Now, there were a few comments on the forum on the hot page about Courseplay not working. There has been a patch. I don't know if the patch actually fixed that or not, but certainly from my perspective and my testing, I've been able to get it to work. So, all right, so now we've got the course, we've got Courseplay enabled. I'm now going to set up our course here on this field and get us going. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set up the course quickly. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to use this field here, field 22. So I'm going to go field work. I'm going to go to there. I'm going to tell it I want to go that direction. Okay. Open course generator. I'm going to set the course, generate. Course is set. Okay. Now what we're going to do is there's the start of the course there. I'm just going to come over here. Now, what it will do is it'll sets the course up thinking sometimes that you're facing the wrong way, and that's fine. It just shows the tractor the wrong way, but on the map sometimes. But generally, it will work fine. So I'm going to go first waypoint, press play, or start, and off he goes. Finds himself to the first part of the course, and there you go. So that's now using Courseplay. Okay. Now, Courseplay actually with the course diverted around that because it knows the field's not there. So it's actually just showing you that Courseplay is actually running and recognizing. Now, it's going to have problems with these bales. So what we'll do is we'll skip past that because I don't want to cause too many unnecessary errors that aren't part of the course itself. So what we'll do is we'll come back up here. And that's one of the glitches. See, the mower deck sometimes gets caught in the deck, in the ground. So that's one of the glitches you may experience. So here's waypoint. Continue on. Just want to show you that it actually will continue on and do its job with course play. I've run 2 full fields on Elm Creek, 2 of the large fields, field 71 and 68, with grass as a test, and it works fine. So, but as you can see, it takes a bit of a wide turn on some turns, and you just need to be mindful and watch that. It's like anything with course play, you just need to make sure that you're don't leave it entirely on its own, because it will stuff up at some point with something, and you need to assist it to make sure you avert any major disasters. But there you go. That just shows you that it does indeed work with course play. Then come around here. He's only doing the one headland, so we'll let him do his up-down runs as well. We're going to go to the other side and start doing those. Yeah, so this is where he may get in trouble, where he starts maneuvering himself into another row. But we'll see how that turns out. Lines himself up, and now he's going to start doing his up-down rows. There you go. Anyway, that's it working with course play. So, all that aside, that is the class Cougar, and I hope you've enjoyed the mod review. It is lovely to have this big thing back. I'd like to thank the modding crew and the modder for getting this out for us. The details will be down below in the description of where you can download this. Be aware, on the Hot website, you do need to have a user account to download from there. But I'll put the link in so you can get into there. And yeah, it is German by nature, so you will need to, if you only speak English, read English, etc., 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 you'll need to just use a translator on Google or whatever else to use that. But it is there. And if you have any problems with finding it, send me a message and I will let you know. But there you go, the class Cougar 1500. It is in game for the FS22, and we are looking forward to using this and really getting our grass on. So thanks very much again for providing the mod for us, guys. And yeah, if you like the mod review, press the like button. If you didn't, press the dislike button. Don't forget to subscribe and all that sort of stuff. If you do subscribe, make sure you press the alarm notification icon. Apart from anything else, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very soon back here at Duxwiller Gaming for more FS22 mod reviews. See you later. Bye.